Welcome, sins and commandments alike. This is Griever back here, your guys' host as always, bringing you guys another episode review of the NnT Wrath of the Gods. Okay, so I know what I said. I know what I said last episode review. But you know what? The animation was... It's not the worst episode, okay? Like, episode 3 was bad. Episode 1 and 3 are still worse than this episode. There was some bad shots. There was some bad animation. There were some bad shots. An overuse of stills once again, but not to the crazy level that 1 and 3 did, right? So I'm not too upset. I told you guys, I warned you, did I not? That the quality level would be by episode. It'll be episode by episode, week by week. You're going to have to play this one by ear. Like, you have to. Because there's no other way to do it. Don't get too hype. Get hype halfway through the episode when you realize, hot damn, this is getting pretty good. Because this episode did do that. Honestly, what happened in the episode was extended way longer than it should have, in my opinion. Like, one of the things about anime that I've talked about before, definitely on this channel, maybe not in these particular episode reviews, but in other series, and usually most of my subscribers, you guys watch all my content, so you guys are pretty good about that. So, I mean, you know, I've said this before, is that pacing. Pacing is a thing. In manga, one page should, depending on the tone and the level of impact it has in the story, should be extended with good music, good follow-up, good just some extension and some slow-moving scenes, right? Unfortunately, this case scenario, this time, it went a little too far for me. Maybe it didn't for you guys, but suffice it to say, the beginning part was fine. Like, it's Elizabeth versus the Endora, right? Basically, we're leaving off where we were, of course, at the end of the last episode. We have the Endora versus Elizabeth. Elizabeth got in the way. She's like, no, I'm going to cure them, pretty much. Here's what basically happens. Here's what goes down. She's going to cure them. Ludoshel wants to kill them. Meliodas gets in the way, said, you're not stopping her. And then Sariel and Tarmiel, after Ludoshel says, come on, give me a hand. Sariel and Tarmiel, after hearing Elizabeth's speech, she has a really nice speech with some original OST from Season 1, 7 Deadly Sin soundtrack, which fit the scene nicely, but once again, the animation was a little off, so they didn't bring the feels so much to the speech. I felt like it could have been done far better with better shots. Like, when you have the OST playing, that's when you need to make the good animation and the good shots. I don't care if you use stills necessarily, but make sure they're good quality stills, because these were not. These were far away shots where you could see that the eyes weren't proportioned right, the detail was off. So it didn't catch me in the feels like it should have. Sariel and Tarmiel do join Elizabeth's side on either side of Ludoshel, and they're just like, you know, we're going to follow Lady Elizabeth and stuff. Big change from the manga here. That is the fact that Ludoshel says that he will not, like, grant you clemency sort of idea or forgive you, and in this case it was clearly the supreme deity. Now, at this point, the supreme deity, at this point, is, we know that, but it's weird in the manga, it's weird in the translation, so I'm not going to harp too much about that, but it was something that people thought, oh, who is this person? Because we see clearly that the leader of the demons is a male. The leader of the goddesses is a female. So it was very strange in the original manga and stuff. And now it's been corrected here, it seems, in the anime that that's who Ludoshel was referring to. Suffice to say here, she manages to save the Endora. Like, she saves Monspeet and Derriere. She seems to relatively blast the Endora form out of them. This begs the question, do they retain only one heart or 7, or like, what's the deal with that? Remember, because they sacrificed 6 of their 7 hearts, something to be said for that. But she blasts the Endora out of them and they're back to their normal selves. Ludoshel once again does attempt to kill them while Meliodas is taking care of Elizabeth. Deanne and King get involved, of course, in Droll and Gloxinia's bodies, basically say, no, we can't, like, sit down on Elizabeth's kindness towards these people. It's not right. We also jump away to another scene with, and basically everybody disperses, sort of deal after this. Nearabasta comes to her senses after a time, after Ludishel basically talks to her telepathically and stuff, and she realizes, oh crap, like Gother and Melisukla are here, what's going to go down? And she calls for reinforcements from the gate. Now this is where we jump over to the humans, the fairies, the giants, everyone left behind at headquarters. We find out here that basically Ro and the humans are going to slaughter everyone. They're slaughtering all the giants. They hate, apparently, Stigma for some undisclosed reason, and they are slaughtering everyone. They're slaughtering, the giants, the goddesses, the fairies and stuff, and this begs the question, I got to take I have to take a drink, even though, like, in the manga, like, the anime might be one thing, but I got to take a drink for Ro and the humans. I really do. Because I salute. Mi familia salute. You know why? Because they make everybody, other than, like, Season 1 Gilthunder, look like a bitch. They do. These guys out here, they were struggling with one damn weakest level Red Demon Hendrickson, and then they were dealing with Grey Demon Hendrickson and stuff like that. Meanwhile, you have, I'm assuming these might be foot soldiers, but we're talking giant warriors. We're talking fairies. We're talking goddesses. Characters on the level of low-level demons. And a handful of human warriors without magic are slaughtering them. They are outnumbered completely. Especially in the manga, it's showcased very heavily. And they are slaughtering them. Like, not with ease necessarily, but they're winning. So what happened to this power of the humans? 3,000 years ago, once again, Ro, gotta tip my hat to you. I don't agree with your decision, but my God, you did good. He looks a little more like Bond in this episode as well, which isn't bad. Because that's supposed to be a big thing, is that he looks remarkably similar to Bond. So that basically goes down. After this, we basically catch over to Gloxinia and Droll, and we see that, or I should say, once again, King and Deanne, and they are encountered by Gother, who leaves the Light of Grace, leaves that area. Melisukla continues to work on transforming the Gate of Heaven into the Gate of Demons so that the demon underworld, so people can come through. Gother sits there and talks with Gloxinia and Dolar. This conversation, honestly, is dragged on way too long. It's really long. It's really, this is something, I didn't reread the manga, but I don't think it went on this long. And if it did, you could have cut this down. This was not necessary to go on this long. A manga page, sure, because you can fit this huge text bubble of, we are from 3,000 years ago. You must not be the Gother that we know of, but you are a member of the 7 Deadly Sins. Why are you a member of the 10 Commandments? You can fit that all in one little, highly dense text bubble in one panel on a page. Once again, pacing, it can go both ways. Anime versus manga. This time, it was so drawn out. I'm just like, yeah, I get it. Okay, this is Gother. He's a member of the 10 Commandments, not the 7 Deadly Sins. Big shock. Okay, let's get on with this. Let's see what's going to happen. And then it's a big, long, drawn-out thing where Gother from the prison shows up. I really like Prison Gother. I think he is an underused character. I think that the latest arc of Taizai has been crap because they didn't follow through with some grand scheme I thought that Nakaba had planned for him. But Wheelchair Gother is what I affectionately call him, the original Gother. Wheelchair Gother here has come out of the prison. The other Gother tricked Melisukla into not opening the gate to the demon realm, but opening the gate to the demon realm prison to release Gother of 500 years imprisonment. I'm not a huge fan of the colors. I always thought, I know we already saw the color scheme in the manga, but I would have really preferred some purples or some blacks, like some purple and blacks maybe. Almost some like Joker colors going on here, you know, some greens and purples. I really thought that would be because he is the Joker. He's the wild card in this entire Holy War scenario. And I don't know if we'll find out this season why, but he really is. He is the Joker card in a deck of 52. And I wish it was reflected better. It's not that his character designer's color scheme isn't good, but I felt like we could have had better color scheme choices. It's too light. It's too bright. Needed some darkness in there, right? That being said, that's kind of the end of it. I mean, Gother doesn't understand what Deanne and King are talking about, and the Gother they know, and the other Gother comes out of the prison. And I felt like, I was like, okay, so they're going to, you know, this, and this, and this, and I don't want to spoil anything for you anime-only viewers. I don't think there are any of you, but just in case. But I was expecting a lot more, and then all of a sudden the credits are rolling, and I'm like, man, this episode was short. Did it not feel short to you guys? This felt really, really short. But yeah, that's basically it. There's nothing really else to say about it. As I said, I felt that it dragged. I didn't think the animation was subpar at best. It wasn't horrid, but there were some really bad shots. Once again, the sperm cells coming out of people with the blood, you know, the fairies and giants, they bleed white apparently. And yeah, just, I don't know. Last episode was pretty good, but once again, now we're back down to subpar quality, and I'm just gonna have to wait for another good episode because this, once again, a little lackluster. Didn't catch me in the feels. It should have. I should have been hyped to see Wheelchair Gother. I should have been feeling it when the speech from Elizabeth, but it just wasn't happening. I don't know what's off about this season, but somebody screwed up. So, anyways, what did you guys think of the episode? What did you think of the whole bit? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Please like, subscribe, comment. As always, it's always very much appreciated. This has been Griever with your, not Behind the Bar reviews, of course, but your 7 Deadly Sins, Wrath of the Gods season episode reviews. Hit that bell notification up in the corner or down below or wherever the hell it is. If you guys want to know at any single time that I drop a video, because as you guys know, my schedule is here, there, and everywhere. That being said, guys, drink responsibly as always. See you back here next time.